Hare Krishna, dear devotees, and Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. I think Nirbhay Prabhu is also available to discuss with me, but I will get started with Manglacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadkamlam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Satam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सागणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे. Hey Bol. So I'll share just PowerPoint that I made. This is just our pictures. I do not have pictures available from other devotees. So this is just Nirbhay Prabhu and my pictures that we had from the yatra. And there are pastime places included. Some of our personal pictures are also in there, so I apologize. But I hope it just shows everybody that how joyful this experience was of the yatra, and everybody feels inspired to visit soon. So this is some of the glimpses, some sights from Mayapur. We do have some sounds as well, the kirtans that we recorded, and some local devotees that were singing some Vaishnav bhajans, which was very, very inspiring. And I remember that this is Dham, so everybody is a Vaishnav, and it was very inspiring to see their, the determination to serve Mahaprabhu is very, very amazing. So we'll get started. Our day one was in Kolkata Dham, actually. We just stayed for one day in Calcutta and visited various places of pastime. And this is a dham for us because this is the place where Prabhupada appeared. And this is the place where Prabhupada grew up and did his first mini Jagannath Rath Yatra when he was only 5 years old. This is the place where he met his spiritual master, His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, and got the very historical instruction to go to the Western world. So, because of all those pastimes, Calcutta is a dham, and there are all these places of pastime of Prabhupada here. So, we spent one day here, and the first place that we went to was this is just our hotel where we stayed, and all how we met our Guru Maharaj there, and Guru Ma, and all the amazing, wonderful devotees. I cannot describe, and Nirbhay Prabhu feels the same way in words, these devotees that accompanied us on the yatra. Um, we don't have, we don't get too much association here, but the conduct, the humility, the services of these devotees are, I mean, it is amazing what they're doing for serving in Prabhupada's mission is so wonderful that it's, and they don't speak of those services. They're so humble, and their conduct, just the way they talk, their mannerisms, the way that they behave with others is just so inspiring, so wonderful. I can't say enough about it. So they were themselves a delight. So the first place we went to in Kolkata was this Khidirpur Ghat. Khidirpur Ghat is the famous place where after where Prabhupada boarded Jalduta. So the famous cargo ship, the cargo carrier of the Sindhya Steam Navigation Company. This is the dock, Khidirpur dock or ghat, and you can see various ships there. This is where these are the, you see some ships in the back. This is the kind of ship that Jalduta was as well, and it was a cargo ship, as you know. I will read an excerpt from a letter that Srila Prabhupada wrote. Srila Prabhupada wrote to his master, and this was the letter. My dear master, your brahmachari and sannyasi disciples are rendering you direct service. I am a householder. I cannot live with you. I cannot serve you nicely. How can I serve you? And the reply that he got to this letter by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj was, I am very glad to receive your letter. I think you should try to push our movement in English. That will do good to you and to the people who will help you. This was his instruction, and this was dated 13 December 1936. And on 31st of December 1936, Guru Maharaj left this material world. So, this was the last instruction that Prabhupada got from his Guru Maharaj, and he boarded this ship many years later on December 9th, 1968. Actually, I don't remember the exact date. But yeah, many years later, he finally carried out the instructions of his Guru Maharaj. He boarded that Jalduta from this cart. So we did kirtan at this dock and just on the roadside, and it was amazing. All the local people gathered around and danced and sang with us, and we did book distribution here. Wonderful how everybody was eager to accept prasadam and books from us, and whatever they could donate, they were always eager to donate. It was very wonderful experience just on the roadside. The next place that we went to in Calcutta was the birthplace of Prabhupada. So this is in Tollygunge. Tollygunge is a suburb of Calcutta. This is the place where, in old times, a lady, when she was going to give birth, she would go to her parents' house. So this was the home of Srila Prabhupada's mother, Rajni Day. You remember their names are Rajni Day and Gaur Mohan Day. So this was Rajni Day's parental home. And this is where she came for her delivery. And there was a tree here. I don't know if I have a picture of the tree. It's a jackfruit tree. The tree is still there under which Srila Prabhupada was born. And this house used to be a very small, like a 2-room mud-walled house. And in this house was a tree, as you know that there used to be a tree almost in the courtyard of each and every house in those days. And under that tree, she gave birth to Prabhupada. And after a few days, Prabhupada returned to his parental house, not too far from this place. And I'll show you, hopefully I have the picture of that house as well. So that original house where she gave birth, that small 2-roomed house, is not there anymore. But this place that you see, where there is a little memorial for Prabhupada, is acquired by ISKCON now. And actually, it was Srila Prabhupada's wish. It was his express wish that this birthplace should be purchased by ISKCON. And so on 125th anniversary of Prabhupada's appearance day, this was 2021, that this was purchased by ISKCON finally and is now being renovated and reconstructed under ISKCON. So you see the ISKCON's logo there, and it was a very beautiful place already. But they have bigger plans for this now. It will be turned into a spiritual park, actually.
Yes, and that tree is still there. I think we had a picture. I don't think it's here, but that tree is still there in the courtyard, in which Prabhupada was born.
Yeah, I somehow didn't find that picture. And this is the next place. This is Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan Temple, also in Tollygunge. So both these places were in Tollygunge. Rajni De's maternal home, and this temple, Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan. You see the deities on the right, and this is the temple from the outside. Almost every place that we went, we did kirtan. So now these deities are very historical because they were worshipped by Srinivas Acharya himself. And they were carved and installed by Janva Mata. She's wife of Nityanand Prabhu. So Mother Janva herself carved and installed these deities, and they were later on worshipped by Srinivas Acharya. And there was a family called Malik family, Loknath Malik's family, that was uh, they were very big businessmen in those days. And um, a lot of properties, shops, homes were owned by Maliks. And these deities were also worshipped by Maliks. Um, and then the place where Prabhupada lived, his in his childhood, his parents' home was also owned by Maliks. So these deities were also worshipped by Maliks. This is still the Sri Radha Madan Mohan temple. Nirbhay Prabhu, please keep on adding if I'm forgetting anything. Please keep on sharing your experiences, and any other devotees also, please, if you have been to these places and you want to add anything or question or anything. I don't think I'm be able to answer many questions, but I will try. And then this is Prabhupada's school, Mattilal Seal School or Motilal Seal School. It was a free school. So this is on MG Road, Kolkata. So MG Road in his time, in Prabhupada's time, used to be known as Harrison Road. And on this road was Prabhupada's house also. So there are three key places on this road. Actually, this is a very long road. And on this road is Prabhupada's school, Prabhupada's house, and the Sri Sri Radha Govind temple that Prabhupada used to visit as a child. So three key places of Prabhupada's pastime. And this is the school. This is called Mattilal Seal because it was established by a very rich man, Mattilal or Motilal, and it was a free school that he built in those days. Like in 1842, he donated like 100,000 rupees, which was a lot of money for that time. 100,000 rupees to establish the school, and the goal of this school was to protect and preserve Hindu culture and rituals. So this was the only, properly Hindi speaking or Bengali speaking school where only Bengali boys dressed in dhoti and kurta and wearing tilak will attend, and they will not only learn all subjects but also Vaishnav religion and culture. So this was a free school, and this was on that Harrison Road. Um, so this is still running. This is the a school where Prabhupada's 8-year-old child first enrolled in this school, and he used to walk here because it was very close to his house. On this road, MG Road, we actually did a lot of book distribution and Harinam on the road. Again, very, very great response, amazing. I have actually videos of that also, how uh, devotees would approach the just the localites there to distribute books. And this was a completely different experience of book distribution than I've ever had. We did not use many words. The way book distribution went was you would approach someone, um, take off your shoes, approach them, and give them a lollipop, which was prasadam. Then give them a sticker of Jagannath Ji. Throughout, you're not speaking anything. You're just giving one thing at a time. So you give a lollipop, he will take it. Then you give them Jagannath sticker, he will take that. Then you give them a small book, he will take it. Yeah, you give them in their hands, so they hold it. And then you show them a card, which in Bengali is saying that please give some donation. And then as soon as you show them, they will take out some donation and give to you. And that's your, um, you know, book distribution. It was wonderful. And there is no words needed. That was all the exchange was. So very, very wonderful experience of book distribution we had.
Yeah, a lot of the devotees were like English speaking devotees and didn't know the local language. Even we didn't know Bangla. And the local language over there, in Calcutta, a lot of people speak Bangla. And but in this way, we didn't have to use any words, but the silence was so powerful, and just the way we would just with each after each kind of this step, we would stand with folded hands in a mountain pose in yoga, kind of stand straight and just bow down a little bit, and uh, and basically it was very humbling experience also, but at the same time a very powerful experience because there was hardly anyone who did not respond to it, even though there were no words spoken. And and Prabhupada used to say, right, the books distribute themselves. We just have to, and Guru Mahat says that we just have to. Our job is just to go on to the streets, and the Prabhupada books are so strong, and they have their own potency that they will distribute themselves. You don't have to do anything for that. So that we experienced that there, and it was a very wonderful experience. And just like Lord Nityananda said, really, we actually saw how devotees really feel when they say that nobody is excluded. We saw that because they were giving prasadam, and irrespective of the age, the what are the person looking like, is he look like the person will have money or not. The only qualification was that if they had just interaction, eye to eye, they would see you eye to eye. Then you can hold that. That is the only exchange that was needed. Of course, you won't just interrupt somebody who's running to do something. But if somebody is just walking and would look at you, then that exchange would start, and that was just amazing to see the power of book distribution and how the devotees who were pure hearted distributed so many books there.
Nirbhay Prabhu even gave prasadam and Jagannath sticker and got some donation from a beggar, like just um, homeless person who has nothing but maybe a single blanket on which he's sitting on the roadside. He gave donation. And then they were so eager that some women up from their balcony will put like a basket down or a bucket down, and you put book in it, and then they'll uh, send down the payment in that, send down the donation in that. So the books were flying. Books were flying like anything. Okay, moving on. This is Prabhupada's house where he grew up. So you know that this is also in the Tollygunge suburb, and on the 151 Harrison Road is the historical address of the street. Now it's called MG Road. But as you know, he was born to Gaur Mohan Day and Rajni Day, and when he was born, an astrologer actually made a very specific prediction about Prabhupada, that when this child reaches the age of 70, he would cross the ocean, he would become a great exponent of the religion, open 108 temples, and uh, it all came true. It was very, very specific prediction that he made about Prabhupada. And he was named Abhay Charan Day, one who's fearless, having taken shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord. So this property, like this, you see the three um, homes, right? 3-story building that you see here. This and so many other properties, they all belong to that Malik family, Malik Properties. And Gaur Mohan Dey was actually a relative of that Loknath Malik, who owned this house, and that who was worshipping the deities of Radha Madan Mohan and Radha Govind Ji actually. So they're all in line. First was the school, then the house of Prabhupada, and now the Sri Sri Radha Govindji temple. So this is Radha Govind deities. You may remember that Prabhupada used to walk to this temple from his house and honor prasadam here. He would attend the morning aarti and honor prasadam in the morning. So this is that historical temple. And this temple was also maintained by Malik family, and they maintain the worship of Radha Govind here. At that, so for about 150 years, this temple was in the family of was maintained by the family of Maliks actually. They conducted the worship here. They prepared, their family prepared all the offerings in the morning, especially kachoris and rice and vegetables, and they would distribute the prasadam to all the people that would attend the morning aarti. And one of the morning visitors was used to be little Prabhupada, little Abhecharan, who would visit here with his mother or father or servant in the morning, and he would honor prasadam here. And this is where he got the taste for the kachoris. This is the temple there. Each place, like I said, we did kirtan, we offered many prayers to the deities, and of course, Guru Maharaj did Hari Katha every time. It was wonderful. This is the courtyard of the temple. Okay, this is very historical place. I think a lot of you know about this. Number 1, Ulta Danga Junction Road. So this is that place where Srila Prabhupada first met his spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj. And this was in 1922. So this has been 100 years now since that historical meeting happened. And he received that instruction to preach Lord Chaitanya's message to the Western world. So this building, now the address of number 1 Ultadanga Junction Road, Calcutta, this is not the address anymore, but this address has been maintained, has been retained in this signage that you see on the wall. This is the outer wall of this place, and it's called Bhakti Vinode Asan. So Bhakti Vinode Asan is named after Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj's father, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And this is the place where I will show you some pictures. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's been reinstated now as ISKCON Ultadanga actually, and in 2022, 100 years later, after that meeting, that historical meeting, it is now considered as like the main seat, the center of the Vaishnav spiritual practice. So this was very beautiful. This is the first room as you enter on the right, where you see all these the pictures of various Vaishnavas on the wall of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj and him in association with various devotees. Then there are all these historical letters on the wall as well. This is a deity of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj in one of the rooms. And so
There
that
also
was
like newspaper cuttings from that time, also over there.
Yeah, so it's like all the important events are basically chronicled in that room. You see that all those pictures, yeah, newspaper cuttings, pictures from that time, letters from that time. They're all chronicling various important events that took place in the when Gaudiya Math used to be here. So this was the main place of Gaudiya Math, and all those things have been memorabilia has been
And
retained.
very unique pictures. Like we don't usually see these kind of pictures, like young pictures of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj and Prabhupada, and all the devotees assembled together with Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. And so yeah, so very unique pictures that we don't typically come across.
Very bold, yes. This is the courtyard of the ISKCON Ultadanga. Very beautiful courtyard. Again, Kirtan was going on here. This is the way to reach the rooftop. This architecture here, I noticed, was very frequently seen in both Mayapur and Kolkata, where the murals on the wall are, sort of three-dimensional, protruding from the wall. They're not flat. They're not 2D. They're like 3D. So very different type of murals are there in many places, many temples, especially the newly reinstated ones.
Yeah, the inside area of this place has been kept just as it was. It has just been not a lot of new things have been added. The same architecture, they have tried to retain the same architecture, the same colors and everything of this place on the inside, as well as I think Natasha will probably have a picture of the actual stairs which Prabhupada walked up when he went and met Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj for the first time.
Yes, I have this. This is the picture on the
Yes.
left. So then you climb the stairs to get to the famous rooftop where Prabhupada met Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. So this is what Nirbhay Prabhu is talking about. The inside is exactly the same, but you see the stairs have this glossy finish on them. So what they did was they put some kind of varnish on it, or to preserve the old stairs, so that they don't get damaged from top, but underneath they are preserved. So you can through this glossy varnish finish, you can see the original stairs. And interestingly, these are 22 steps. So very easy to remember. In 1922, Prabhupada climbed these 22 stairs to reach that famous rooftop where Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj was giving a discourse, and this is the place. This is, of course, this is all added new, but again, very scenic place with amazing ambience. And this is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj's picture here. This is the place where he was supposed to have been sitting and giving his discourse when Prabhupada walked in. And he, as soon as he saw Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, he immediately felt respect and felt humility come upon him, and immediately gave him dandavats. And before he could even get up from his pranam, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj was already giving him the famous instruction to spread this message to the English-speaking world. This is that famous rooftop. This is again Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj's room and the deity there. This is the outside. On the right side, you see the outside of the ISKCON Ultadanga again. This is ISKCON Kolkata. Actually, Nirbhay Prabhu can say more about this. Nirbhay Prabhu, you want to say anything? I was not able to visit the temple.
No, just we just went that. So the place we were saying was walking distance from here, but it was very nice, wonderful deities temple. There was a nice kirtan going on at like 8 p.m. or so when I'd gone there. They have a gift shop outside this, which is actually called as Matchless Gifts. It's the same name as what the shop that Prabhupada first started the kirtans in New York. It used to be called Matchless Gifts. So they wanted to change the name in New York, and Prabhupada said, "No, these are matchless gifts that we are giving." So, so they never changed the name of that shop where the initial programs used to happen in New York, and the shop of the temple ISKCON shop here also is called as Matchless Gifts of ISKCON Kolkata. So that is interesting.
There were one or two more places, of course, that we could not cover while we were in Calcutta, because it was only one day. But the Gaudiya Mutt. So remember, the original Gaudiya Mutt used to be in that number 1 Ulthadanga junction, but it moved to, in 1930s, moved to a different place. And that place is a very beautiful marble walled temple. We could not visit it, but that's now the seat of Gaudiya Mutt is established there instead of the Ulthadanga, which is now under ISKCON. And the printing press is still there at the Gaudiya Mutt. The current Gaudiya Mutt, which is in a different place in Calcutta. It's in Bagh Bazaar. We could not go there.
Yeah, that reminds me of the past time though, that when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj had given instruction to Srila Prabhupada that actually it is better for you to sell the marble from there and and print books. It's that much he was that much attached to printing of books that he had said that time a lot of there were some quarrels and stuff going on between the disciples, and in terms of petty things like who will take which room and things like that. But Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj had so much faith in Srila Prabhupada that he had actually said that, it's better to actually sell the marble and print books, than to just leave it for people to quarrel for where to be.
Yeah, he said if I could sell the marble in this temple, because it has so much marble in it, if I could sell the marble in this temple and use the money to print books, that would be better. So, and that printing press he used to call Brihad Mridang, because the books that will be printed will send sound vibrations all over into every corner of the world. Um, so, okay, so this was just Kolkata so far. Prabhuji, Mataji, would you like to add anything, or any other devotees, or share anything more?
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for sharing and all the pictures and all these wonderful places. Actually, I don't remember if we have been to seen these places when we went in 2007. Did we see? We don't remember Mataji, but many of these newly renovated places that were established in 2022, we haven't seen them. And you're so fortunate that you got to witness all these beautiful places. They were just established, and we're so grateful for you to share that you shared all the pictures with us. And yes, Mataji. And also, Mataji, you mentioned the book distribution videos. Do you have any videos that you can share with us?
Yes, Mataji, we'll share. I'll share on the group. I don't have it here right now. I'll have to look through them and see.
Yeah, we'll have enough from the group, but we'll download and share in the group afterwards.
Thank you so much. I remember even Srila Prabhupada's birthplace was pretty rundown when we had last seen. We just walked through it. I don't know if you remember. But we went to the temple. We went to Radha Govind temple also, and then we walked through birthplace area, but it was very rundown. Thank you, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. These two places, birthplace of Prabhupada and the Ulta Danga, these two are newly renovated within last 2 years.
Yes, Mataji. That's right.
So this is day 2. This is when we travel to the Sri Mayapur Dhaam. And of course, that day mostly went in traveling because it was almost 4 hours long drive. And so this was the place where we stayed, Vaishnav Academy. Okay, this is an academy. This is a spiritual institute, basically, where a lot of classes on Bhakti Shastras are held, various type of courses, Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vedanta, all those courses, and many more different types are held here. And so we stayed here. It was a beautiful, beautiful place. The Mayapur campus, as most of you have visited, is very, very wonderful ambience, very actually neat and clean, and you just spot Vaishnavas walking around everywhere. It is a very, you are used to this, Mataji, maybe, but for us, it was a very bizarre experience to see everybody walking with tilaks and kantimala, and everybody is a devotee. Everybody, whoever you see is singing the various Vaishnav bhajans, and they know them by heart. Or, that was very, very overwhelming experience for us, that you see devotees everywhere. So it's like being in spiritual world, basically, because that is what a spiritual world is, where you see devotees everywhere, right? They're all singing all the time. Every word is a song, right? Every step is a dance. That's how it felt over there. So every step you took, you're basically doing kirtan. You're dancing on the streets, in the same mood as Mahaprabhu instructed. So everybody's dancing and on the streets doing kirtan. So we just went, the main campus of the Mayapur was not really part of our yatra experience. Devotees were just encouraged to visit those places on their own because they are easy to visit. So the Mayapur Chandrodaya Mandir we visited by ourselves. This is of course Shri Radha Madhav and Ashtasakhi deities. Very wonderful. More than life size, and as soon as you walk in there, your eyes open up suddenly. That, oh my, what is this magic? What is this mystical, magical place that you have come to? What is this magic going on that you're completely enthralled by the deities? Just can keep looking at them and don't want to take your eyes off them. It was that kind of mesmerizing beauty of the deities. This is Panch Tattva. Pictures, don't do justice because they are so wonderful. Like, I did not expect the size of the sheer size of the deities and the wonder about them, whole temple itself, and then all the devotees around and kirtan going on. It just all adds to the magic.
Yes, these are like huge halls for in case somebody has not been there. There's one huge hall where these Panchatattva deities are there, and then there's another big hall where the Ashtasakhi and those deities are there, and next to them is the Ugra Narasimha deity, that the famous Ugra Narasimha deity that everybody has heard the stories about, and we have discussed, seen the drama about. That is beautifully portrayed. But in person, knowing
Um,
about these deities is just even more wonderful.
Sorry, Prabhu, a quick question. Did they move all the deities to the planetarium temple, the temple of Vedic planetarium yet, or no?
No, Mata, no,
Not yet.
Mataji. It's still the TOVP is still under construction. We were not allowed to go in there. Only I think you need special permission and stuff to go in there. So I think some devotees or Guru Maharaj and some devotees had gone. We did not get a chance to see the TOVP from inside. But right now we were told it's just a big dome, and not a lot of things are not completed as yet. I think the current date for opening is in 2024, 25 almost for TOVP. It has been pushed forward due to the COVID construction delays and stuff.
Oh, I see, I see. So they're not doing any tours anymore? Like they're not taking you through the temple, or it sounds like probably not.
Not that we know of, Mataji.
I think you could, Mataji, you would need some special um devotees to request or something. Also, this was not part of our yatra, so we mainly stayed with the yatra plan. But I think if you really made some effort, you could get inside.
Hare
Yeah, our
Krishna.
days were like this, that in the mornings we used to go, after the morning prayers and Mangala Arati and everything, Japa session and all that. Around 9 o'clock, we used to go to one particular place from Mayapur and then come back around 1 or 2 p.m., have Prashadam at Vaishnav Academy again. And then we had some time to ourselves where we could go around and, look at go to the temple and things like that. And then we used to have class in the evening at around 4 p.m. onwards, 4 to 6 Bhagavatam class and Aarti again. And so that, and then Prashad. And so, whatever time was left, we could go around the campus and look at different things. The campus itself was not part of the yatra. That was left to during these rest of the hours for the devotees to um, go around by themselves. Most of the Mayapur, for those who haven't been there, is walking for the main areas. And then there are these different dhams that are or places that you have to travel to, like Shantipur and Rajpura and things like that. That is that you have to travel to by what do you say, totos or
Toto. Hmm.
totos, yeah, the auto rickshaws kind of thing, or by boat to certain different, I think these are all islands, so you have to go by boat to certain other places. But rest of the area, that is Mayapur itself, is mostly walking. The living quarters are kind of outside the premises. There's like an inner premises which is all walking, and even the totos are not allowed inside them for to some places. And then um, outside, when you go, then there are different kind of shots outside the campus and inside the campus.
Okay, very cool. So this was the Goshala. This was just across from this is the Vaishnav Academy in the back. These are the Totos in the back. Oh, this is we got some mercy from Guru Maharaj. This is
Please share, Mataji, what mercy you got. We're very happy to know.
Mataji, you know the calendar that we sent you? We offered one to Guru Maharaj, and he really loved it. He looked at each and every picture. He read out each and every painter's name, and he really enjoyed. And he actually mentioned that again. Couple times again throughout the yatra. He kept bringing it up, and he said he will put it on his desk. He was in need of a calendar and he will use it. So that was the mercy.
It made the whole effort worth it. Just getting that.
Amazing. Yeah, absolutely. That's so amazing.
We never
Uh,
expected. We were like, we will give it and we will offer it, and we didn't expect Guru Maharaj to actually even see through the whole calendar necessarily, but he was so encouraging, and he was just very encouraging and very happy to see it. You could see it that he was very happy. And then another devotee told us uh, that he mentioned it separately
I
in
believe.
private to them, that, oh, look at this is talent. And we were like just swelling with pride. You should have pride. But this felt
Okay,
nice.
moving on, Nirvay Prabhu.
Amazing.
Uh, look at the architecture in the back. All this. So wonderful. Look at the flowers. It was so beautiful. Everything. So beautiful. I just want to take pictures of everything. All the flowers. The flowers were huge. Like big. I don't know how they get so huge flowers. Wonderful. As if they are, belong to a special spiritual world.
Mataji,
Yeah, it
before
was
you proceed, sorry, I think Raksha Mataji was trying to say something earlier.
Oh,
I don't know if Mataji, you want to share what you were saying? I know you also went to Mayapur recently.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, I was just saying it is very difficult to get into the main temple that is under construction. We tried very hard. We tried talking to many people, but it's very difficult. This is what I was just trying to mention, that it's very difficult to get inside.
Motherji, please keep adding.
Mataji, you had such a blissful experience. I'm enjoying that. We were there for 2 days. We were just in Mayapur. Actually, my Prabhuji lives next to the ISKCON temple. So we go there for Mangal Aarti. And here we were able to just like get 2 days. So yeah, it was very blissful. Like most amazing thing for me was we reached there in the evening and it was very crowded for the aarti. And I was very stressed with 2 kids. Like I was like holding them all the time, and I was very happy. Next day, early morning, Mangal Aarti, we will come, and nobody will be there. Was my expectation. I reached there, Mataji. There was no place to put my toe down,
Oh,
and I was very amazed to see so many people at 4:30 in the morning. Everybody ready with all 13 tilak. Um, Finished their 16 rounds, and I'm still struggling to be on the second or third round, and people were already ready there. I was amazed looking at that. So that was very amazing to see. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Maybe I can cover this day 3. 10 more minutes. So this is the day 3's plan. We went to Yogpeeth, then Sri Chaitanya Mutt and Sri Vasangan. So all 3 very important places for us. This was the kirtan. So you step out of your room and you have to dance. So it was a dancing party that will go with all these flagpoles and all kinds of instruments, and everybody very loud, enthusiastic, loudly chanting the Harinam and singing beautiful kirtan throughout. And so we went to the first place was Yogpeeth. As you know, this is the birthplace of Mahaprabhu, Sri Lord Chaitanya's birthplace. So Yogpeeth, it means the meeting place. Um, so just like in Vrindavan Dham, Radha and Krishna would meet, it's that's how the Yog Peeth comes. It is a place where Radha and Krishna meet. So where Radha and Krishna meet, and in the form of Gauranga Mahaprabhu appears. So, and you know that Navadvip Dham and Vrindavan Dham are same. They are not different, just with different moods, basically. So this was that birthplace where Mahaprabhu appeared. I have some pictures. Here was the deities of Gaur Gadadhar and Lakshmi Narasimha on the side, on the right side, and Gaur Gadadhar on the left side. There are not many deities. You know, Gaur Nitai deities are so many. There are not many deities of Gaur Gadadhar, but these were this is one of the place. And the neem tree where Mahaprabhu was born is, of course, there is a neem tree. This is the neem tree where Mahaprabhu was born, and inside this structure is these deities of um, his parents, Jagannath Mishra and Shachimata, holding the baby Nimai in their hands. So he was called Nimai because he was born under this neem tree. And this is on the right of that neem tree is this temple where the deities of Jagannath Mishra and Shachimata are holding the baby Nimai. So neem tree is where Mahaprabhu appeared. And there are many other deities also. I don't think I have pictures of everybody, but those deities of Gaur Gadadhar and Lakshmi Narayan, Lakshmi Narasimhadev, they were to the right of the neem tree. So Lakshmi Narasimhadev and Gaur Gadadhar were there. And actually, this Lakshmi Narasimha deities were installed by Bhaktivinoda Thakur when dacoits threatened the devotees of Yog Peeth to destroy the temple. At that time, Bhaktivinoda Thakur and his son, both Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, they installed Lakshmi Narasimha Dev here. And after that, there were no further disturbances at the Yog Peeth.
Krishna Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, how did you get an opportunity to take the pictures of every temple? Like, we were restricted. But people like actually came and hold our hands like, "Aap photo nahi le sakte."
As you can see, Mataji, it says very clearly no photography. But there were many devotees taking pictures. So we did not feel much.
Okay. It is very nice, Mataji. Please share these pictures with the group if you can.
Sure, yes, Mataji. So this actually, I did not know that I have this picture of these deities on the main altar. So this is Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and so in this on the left side is Mahaprabhu and Radha Madhav. So Shri Radha Madhav and Lord Chaitanya on the left of the altar. In the middle center altar is Gaur Narayan with his two wives, Lakshmi Priya. So Gaur Narayan meaning Gauranga with Lakshmi Priya and Vishnu Priya. And on the right is the Adhokshaja Vishnu, which is Jagannath Mishra. This was the deity of Jagannath Mishra on the right. And then there are some other deities also. There is the Shivling, the Kshetrapal Shiva. There are two Shivlingas there, Gopishwara Shiva and Kshetrapal Shiva. So Kshetrapal Shiva is the protector of the Dham. He admits the devotees into the Dham. So Kshetrapal Shiva's Shivlinga was there too. This is a place where we did Harikatha and Kirtan. If you remember, we showed the Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu. We shared that deity a few days back, the picture. So Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu would preside over all the Kirtans and Kathas. We did Katha almost every place where we went. This is wonderful. This is the Radha Kund. This is Gaur Kund basically, which is compared to Radha Kund and Shyam Kund at the Govardhan. So this was the Gaur Kund, the sacred pond, which was excavated by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. We all, of course, took the water on our heads, and then see the temple. Beautiful. This is in front of the central altar where we did the kirtan again.
What is the name of the kund again? Sorry, I missed.
Gaur Kund, Mataji.
And Bhaktivinoda Thakur excavated it?
Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj.
Okay.
Do we have also the picture of Govardhan?
I do. I think I put it in a wrong place. That's what I was looking for. So I think I put it in it will come up. Let me find it. So we have Govardhan's picture here as well. Let me find it.
Yeah, just like Shida Mayapur is non-different from Vrindavan Dham.
This is
And yeah, so this is the Govardhan over there. So we took parikrama of this Govardhan, and then there is that the Kund, which is supposed to be non-different again. So this Giri Govardhan, just like in Vrindavan, all these manifest in Mayapur also, and Vrindavan Dham and Mayapur Dham are non-different.
Yeah, this is the Govardhan. So if you walk out of here, so you do parikrama around the Govardhan, come out of here, walk down, walk in front of the tree, the Keli Kadam tree, walk down like this, and then down this path comes the Gorkund. I just put the picture in the wrong place, but this is the Govardhan, and just across from Govardhan is the Gorkund. So this was at Yogpeeth, and next place was Sri Chaitanya Math, Mayapur Chaitanya Math. I'll just go back all the way. This is the Mayapur Sri Chaitanya Math. Very beautiful building, very colorful buildings, and love the all the the murals, the carvings and different colors and decorations on the temples. It was wonderful. So very like everything was so picturesque. You want to take pictures of everything. So this was Mayapur Chaitanya Math. This is the place where, let me show you, Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Maharaj's Samadhi Mandir is there. This is the Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Maharaj's Samadhi Mandir, Samadhi temple. And so this was the Gaudiya Math. This is the Gaudiya Math. And this is the main seat of Gaudiya Math in Mayapur. So this is his worshipable deities, Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Maharaj's Gandharvika Giridhari. This is the Gandharvika Giridhari temple. So they're all adjacent. Saraswati Maharaj's Samadhi Mandir and the deities, they're all adjacent to each other. So this is his deities, personal deities of Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Maharaj. And I have a prayer I wrote somewhere. Yes. So Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Maharaj, when he gave commentary to Chaitanya Bhagwat, he said, O Gandharvika Giridhari, I pray day and night for your service while sitting at Sri Braj Patan Mayapur. And I desire to serve the beloved Lord by giving up all offenses. So these are the two forms, the Gandharvika Giridhari, and actually this is one of the forms here is Lord Gauranga. This is Gauranga, I think. So Gandharvika Giridhari and Gauranga, Lord Chaitanya. One small and one large with the hands raised. Yeah, yes, both their right hands raised. This is Gauranga. One small deity and one large deity. These two are the worshipable deities of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. And now around this, so this is the center, this is the main altar. Around this altar, this was lined by all the founding acharyas of the four Vaishnav Sampradayas. So like you see Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Nimbarka Acharya, Vishnu Swami, who's the Acharya of Rudra Sampradaya, like that. There were shrines of all the four founding acharyas of the four sampradayas around the center altar of the main deities. So when you circumambulate the altar, you can pray to all the four acharyas and beg to be empowered to spread the Sankirtan movement. This is the path that led to Goshala here, and then the outside path. This is another gate. So the gate that we saw before was different. This is the Simha Dwar. I don't know what was the name of the other Dwar. This is called Simha Dwar. This was the exit of Chaitanya Math. Okay, very important place for us, Sri Srivasangan. So, Srivasangan, very, very important for us. This is where, this is the house of Srivasacharya, Srivas Pandit. And this is where Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan pastimes used to happen with his confidential associates in Srivasangan. So, this place is where Mahaprabhu began his congregational chanting of the holy names. And here inside is Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj's Samadhi temple. This is the courtyard. This was the Angan where the Kirtan used to happen. And then, of course, there is temple inside with the deities of Radha, Krishna, Chaitanya. I think I have the pictures of the deities. This is the 6-arm form of Mahaprabhu. I don't have the deities. Maybe this was a strict place, Mataji. If I don't have pictures, that means we were not allowed to take or not somehow not able to take. But here the pictures of Mahaprabhu's Mahaprakash Leela is there, where he's exhibiting his Mahaprakash Leela. He's sitting on a throne and Gadadhar Pandit is fanning him and Lord Nityananda is holding an umbrella over his head. Maybe I could find on the internet. So that is him. That is on the center altar. Him depicting exhibiting his Mahaprakash Leela. On the left side is Radha, Krishna, and Chaitanya, and on the right altar is Chaitanya and Nityananda. When they were going to Chand Kazi's place, when they were leading that protest, remember, to the Kazi's Chand Kazi's place, and there is a broken mridanga there. So broken mridanga and Chaitanya Nityanand are leading this group of devotees to Chand Kazi's place. So that is on the right altar. So there are 3 deities in the main temple. I did not realize I don't have the pictures. But yeah, this was Srivas Angan. Again, we had a very wonderful kirtan and katha there. Very, very nectarian katha by Guru Maharaj every single time. Nirbhi Prabhu, you want to add anything?
No, it was just very humbling to be in these places that we have only heard about before, and just to be there, the vibes, the feel to be there with the devotees, with the kirtan going on, was just felt you just do get a glimpse of spiritual world. You feel like just remembering that. It's just a very, very nice experience.
This place is also known as Khol Banga Danga, the place where that mridanga was broken by Chand Kazi's people, Chand Kazi's men. Mataji, shall we stop? Would you like to add anything since we've exceeded the time? We're halfway through, still have actually day 4 and 5, 4, 5 and 6 are most important. Where we went to Navdweep on day 4. One day we went to Godrume, to Bhakti Vinod Thakur's house, where the Nam Hatta was started by Nityanand Prabhu, that place. And then one day we went to Shantipur, where Advaita Acharya's house is. So those, and then of course in Navdweep is Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu on the right side, like you see, and on the left is the Jagannath Das Babaji's Samadhi Mandir. So those 2 places were in Navdweep. So just to understand, the Navdweep basically means 9 islands, right? And the centermost island is Antardweep, where the Mayapur is, the city of Mayapur is in the Antardweep. And the city that is now called Navdweep, so this, spiritual, according to spiritual geography, Navdweep is basically the whole 9 petals of the lotus. But the city that is nowadays called Navdweep is across from the city of Mayapur, and you have to cross Gangaji to get there, to get to Navdweep. So just different type of terminology used in spiritual context versus in the real-time geography.
Yeah, we also saw that planetarium kind of thing, which discusses this Vedic, the geography of the 9 petals and what does each island represent in the Navda Bhakti. So that was also there. And then this tributary that we're talking about that we have to cross is in next to Mayapur. That of Ganga is called as Jhulangi. And then it is really nice when you can see actually the color difference where Jhulangi meets with the Ganges. We can see that like there are 2 different colors of that.
Yeah, I have some pictures of Gangaji and Jalangi. This is where we started, is Jalangi, and it will meet into Gangaji. The color of the water where we started was blackish, And when you get into Gangaji, you can see a clear demarcation where it becomes very clear. But the boat ride was magical. I mean, I cannot. I can only. I've only seen such things in movies, but to actually experience this type of wonderful experience where devotees are doing kirtan and dancing on the boat, and it was a long boat ride. It was actually a very long boat ride going to Navdweep. And Gangaji is flowing and water is clean and such a you see the beautiful landscape, like the greenery, the people just going about their routine chores. When you see their simple small houses and they're just going about their routine work, and this amazing kirtan going on the boat was just like a completely out of world scene for me. So I think we can, shall we stop, Mataji and Prabhuji? Mm.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Sure, Mataji, we want to hear from you properly. So, definitely we can continue tomorrow when you have more time to share, Mataji. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
Mataji. Tomorrow is Nityanand Triyodashi, so if you would like to discuss about Nityanand Prabhu, we can take this up again the day after maybe.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji. This was very nice, very helpful. We were trying to remember the places when we visited about 5 years ago or 6, right? Something like that.
2017.
Yeah, 6 years ago when we visited, it was a lot of things were very different.
Yeah.
But this was a good refresher. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the opportunity. We'll continue another day. 3 or 4 more key places of pastime that are very important to us, as mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita in Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Very important to our acharyas. So we can talk about that later. Anybody else wants to share anything?
Thank you so much, Mataji. It was very nice to know. I know it's just a glimpse. You have seen a lot, but that's, as you said in the beginning, this is going to motivate us to visit the Dham as soon as possible.
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay, so we will stop for today.
Mataji,
Again, thanks to all the devotees again, because it is because of the whatever we have learned from you all, and the inspiration we have got from you all, Atul Prabhu, Nisha Mataji, and other devotees, that we were able to get this motivation to go to this yatra and get this taste of this kind of wonderful yatra. So thank you to all the devotees for keeping us in their prayers so that we were able to make it. And Anita Mataji, of course, we have to thank her because Navya was here. Navya was in US. So our yatra would have been possible if Navya was not. We were not able to leave her over here. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought she was with you.
Yeah, no.
So,
We were just gone for 1 week, Prabhuji, so we did not take her with us because we didn't know how clear the yatra is going to be, and with the time changes and everything, how she will be able to do it. So, and if she gets sick, then it will be, we are only going for 1 week.
correct.
First time we wanted to just.
She didn't want to miss her school either. But next time, hopefully, wherever we go, hopefully we'll take her.
Nice. And then for tomorrow, are devotees going to be present or will they be attending program? Because there may be local temple programs also.
I think we can attend, Prabhuji, because we had our program over the weekend.
Okay, nice. So ours is a little uncertain because we do have local programs, so we may not be able to join actually tomorrow. But since you will be there, so you can coordinate and read about Nityananda Mahaprabhu and share. That'll be nice. You were saying something. Anand, sure you want to say something?
No, Mataji, I was just thinking, I was just remembering the bhajan we sing often, Shuddha Bhakata Charan Renu. And there's one line in that bhajan where Bhakti Vinod Thakur sings, Gaura Amara Jesavasthana Dekhiya. I think Brahmana Ranke, it goes like that.
Yes.
And you know how Bhakti Vinod Thakur is actually praying that may I get to visit all the places of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela Sthans in the association of devotees. So I was just thinking you had such a nice fortune of doing that, in the association of yeah. Yeah, it's 4 lines. I only said 2 lines, I think. There are 4 lines of that. But yeah, it's so beautiful, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, very beautiful bhajan. Okay, so we will stop for today. Mancha kaltarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam
Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo
namo
Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, yeah.